Guys, I actually just thought I would jump on since I don't see anybody else live streaming. I just thought I would jump on whilst I've got time and just continue on with last night's image and try and get it finished really because I was really enjoying using the watercolors and the caramel and the pencils. So I just thought I will continue on and get this finished since I was enjoying it so much. And yeah, and I've got my brand new equipment, so I thought I might as well. Um, have a play around and continue with the image. So I'm going to still use the color markers as well. And now that this is dry, I can go over with another layer. So for those who were not here last night, these markers, and these were kindly sent to me by the supplier themselves for purpose of review. As of last night, I did say I really enjoyed using them. Pigmentation really does pay off on them, and even though it doesn't look like you get a lot of ink inside, they do go a long way since the ink is very concentrated. Also as well, you could, they are absolutely great using it with a palette. I use the Caran d'Ache palette, where on the smooth side I would squiggle down some of the marker, and then I would get a water brush and apply it on with the water brush. So yeah, that's what I'm going to continue doing, is just continue using some of the Carans, mix it with some pencil as well, just put some finer details in. I'm going to add more to the hat as well. I've also got the metallics to use also. I'm not really a fan of just the metallic on its own, so I'm going to see if you can layer the metallic with a normal Caran on top and see what happens there. So if I just, as you can see, squiggle some of the ink on here. And then just squeeze the water brush a little bit, make sure it's clean. And then just so yeah, you can add the normal Carans on top of metallics, just to make it a little bit more three-dimensional. Like so. Just grab this golden yellow. That was just shadow jumping off the windowsill. So where do you want to go next? I was thinking about bringing this around all the way across just so it looked a bit more even distributed. So I might just do that. I think we need emojis next though. And the good thing with these markers as well, you can actually, you know, in this setup when you've got 24 markers, you can actually mix colours together to create your own colours, which is what I'm doing here for the lips. You can get a larger set as well, and they are available on Amazon. Hey Shelley, I'm just doing an unexpected stream, so I don't really expect a lot of people to be here on the live because it's obviously unplanned and I've only just put the announcement up. So not to worry, as I say, people can watch us back. I'm just wanting to come on, test out my new equipment, test out the sound and the picture quality, and just see how we get on. I'm not expecting loads of people to turn up, but people can watch it back anyway. So yeah, it's not a planned stream at all. Plus, I just wanted us to get this finished as well. Well, at least you got the notification. Hopefully others will get their notification as well, and if they're free, they'll pop over. So yeah, I was thinking about continuing this all across here because it does kind of look like, because you've got the clouds where the castle is, it does kind of look like it's in the sky anyway. So I might just do that if I just get my bigger water brush. Number 2. Plus, I'm not going to be staying on long anyway. I'm just, it's just going to be a quick one. I just wanted to do a quick test. Because what I've done is I've took iMac out and I put the laptop back in, so I just want to test the quality difference. And hopefully soon I'll be able to get a new computer that is compatible with my drone tablet and also the microphone. But the microphone is compatible with the laptop, so I've got the actual microphone plugged in. So hopefully the sound is a lot more clearer and crisper. It is like a proper radio microphone as well, one of them with the big mesh round cylinder over it. Yeah, the microphone is spot on. I love it. And as you can see, the autofocus is gone. So when the camera starts to pulse, that means the autofocus. So I managed to take that off. Sorry, the old what? Don't think I said old, did I? No, I said the I said the autofocus is off. So normally if the autofocus is on, the image will pulse when there's a movement, and it's not doing that. So I've managed to actually sort the autofocus out and stop the autofocus because it was always pulsing and it was getting on people's nerves. So I've got a good picture and now I've got good sound. Happy days. Where's the other colours I was using? I was using the blue, wasn't I? There's a lot more water on this actually than expected. Let me just get a mop brush. I was going to get a kitchen towel. Oh, there's 4 people watching, so there's more people here. Just take some excess water off. Hi, everybody just coming in. If you build it, they will come. Sounds like Noah's Ark. Hi, Joey. How are you doing? I keep going to put the water brush pen with the camera mark top. Okay, then we have the other purple and then we have the pink as well, didn't we? Was it the magenta or was it the cerise? I think it was magenta. You didn't get a notification? Do you have just out of curiosity, Joey, do you have the little bell sign? Did you click on that to get the notifications? You double click the bell. Well, you should have got one then. I'm not sure why you didn't get one. That's a bit strange, isn't it? It's a bit weird. Sometimes some people do have problems with the notification system. I know, like a while ago, I think what Susan was saying that she was already in the live stream and she was, I think it was halfway through the live stream, she got a notification saying that I was live, and she's like, "Well, no kidding, I'm watching them." I think I need a smaller brush. That'll be fine. Obviously, this will dry lighter, like that has. So it does look a bit odd and contrasted with this part because this part is dry. But they should, when dry, look the same. Now, guys, this is a question. What colour dragon should this dragon be? Being a vanilla person, you think green. Should we call the wizard Pete as well, or Pete's dragon? Okay, so we'll have to wait. That'll just have to dry before we put any pasta on it. Blue will go with background. That's my stomach. Shadow was here a minute ago, but he's seemed to have wandered off. He doesn't seem very sure about this room being a studio. He doesn't really know why I'm in here. He seems a bit unsure. Hey, honey bear. Actually, I'm going to put the hairdryer on, so if you're a bit sensitive to sound, this is going to be a bit loud. So you might want to turn the volume off or down. But I'm going to use the hairdryer just to quickly dry the bottom. There we go. Nice and dry. Get the white Posca. Get the Posca pen back out. Blotchy. I'm going to have to get a new Posca pen. It's starting to go a bit blotchy. Actually, I have an idea. I didn't realize you can actually turn the nib around on the Poscas. So just try that. Now that seems to be working much better now. Hi, Rochelle. And just doing like little variations of pressure so you get different sizes. So the longer you hold it down, the bigger the star's going to look, and the lighter you press it down, the smaller it's going to be. And I just tend to put mine in a pencil case. I don't think it really matters, to be fair. I wasn't really enjoying that planet, so I thought I'd go over it. And this is going to be kind of like a Milky Way sort of look. So I'm putting it on thickly and then blowing. Yeah, just set it to like a normal pen as a store like this. Ah. I'm losing a breath now. Hey, Suze. That's bad. What the heck are you doing? I'm putting thick layer Posca down and then I'm blowing it so it scatters like a splatter. Shelly. Just so it gives like sort of a galaxy effect. So let's say, for instance, I do a large splob here, changes to cool. Probably finish because things doesn't work with the head right now. See, works with it when you blow. But anyway, that's enough of the blowing. Well, actually, I need to finish this bit. I think I'm running out of Posca. I don't have a heat gun, no. There we go. I think that'll do for now. So yeah. Background is complete. Because I'm knackered. And we wanted to go back in and do some more with the hat, didn't we? So I wanted to add more blue into the hat. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Shadow. I just want to add more blue in because it does kind of look like it's a bit too similar to the background. Thank you very much. It's very similar to the one I did for the Zampon's head. I did exactly the same technique for that on my Instagram, Zampon's head image where she's sitting at a window, and I made that look like a galaxy effect, but I used like oranges, yellows, and reds with the Posca pen. So I'm just going over this with the blue because you'll get the purple underneath, but then this will darken it just so it looks like it's on its own. It looks better. I think, Shelly, a lot of the time you probably watch me colour and you're probably thinking, WTF is he doing? and then in the end, you're quite surprised. Yeah, I'm not very. I'm not the most neatest colorist, nor am I the most precise. I am quite experimental. I'm very experimental with art, and I've always have been, to be fair. And sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't. But if it doesn't, you learn something from it, and then you take it forward. I am going to do something with that star. I do not like that star. You can't even look. Well, as I say, it's not done yet. It's not done until I say it's done, or unless it goes in the bin. But I've managed to learn to control my frustration when it comes to art, and I've not had to bin a colouring in a while. I've managed to learn to pursue until the very end. Yeah, then slowly. See, there's Shelley. There's always. Do you know what they're saying? There's method in the madness. And I definitely have method, and I definitely have madness. Yeah, so that'd be awesome to see how you recreate it. And you don't have to use the Kara markers. You can use normal watercolors if you want to. You can use Neo colors. Any sort of water soluble medium would work exactly the same. I've got a. Do like the squeak on this palette, but this palette is amazing, by the way. The Caran d'Ache palette. You can use Neo twos on this palette as well, but it's on the other side. So one side's smooth, which is great for like markers and typical normal paints. But the other side's like a rough texture, so that's great for Neo twos, your watercolor pencils. It's also great for what else did it say? Things like water soluble oil pastels. So things like that, where it can actually, it's got a bit of texture. So obviously, if you did the pencil on here, it wouldn't do anything. But because it's rough, it'll color over it. And I think I paid about £8 for the palette. But it's really good investment. Where you just clean it and you just use it whenever you want to, and you've got two sides, which is perfect for any sort of medium. That's my phone now. Wolf whistle me. The only whistles I get is from my phone. You just thought it was a mouse? Yeah, you can use an old chopping board. Anything with a texture, anything with grit, bun your twos. Anything for, that's watery already, a watery consistency like this, then you want something smooth or ceramic. Thanks, Joey. If you don't have the image, it is still available for free for you to try for yourself, and it's only available until Thursday. I'm just going to quickly put this color down, and I'll just put the link in the chat for you in just a second. Absolutely lovely image from Erickson Dennis, and the link to his store. He's not on Etsy, on a store called Zibbit, which is very similar to Etsy. All his work is available on there to purchase as a PDF. He does books as well in PDF, and he also does single pages. Let me just get that link for you guys. Dumbledore. I was thinking it's very much. Have you ever seen the film Page Master from the 90s? The kid from Home Alone's in it. I always think I think it looks like the Page Master wizard from that movie. Okay, so let me see if I can get this. If I can share this to you. There you go. So all you need to do is just click on that link, and then you just need to save it. Press download and save, and then you've got that on your device saved, and then you can print it off in your own time and color it and enjoy. And this is from his book, The World of Rick St. Dennis. So it's a very good book. It has a wide range of different types of images, different subject matters, just to really showcase Rick's work as a whole. It does have clowns in that book, which you probably might know I am scared of clowns. So I kind of had to cover my eyes when the images popped up. So that's why we haven't got one to colour. But you might love them if that's your sort of thing, but it definitely is not my thing. Is I don't like clowns, but the rest of the images I absolutely love. And then the one from 2 weeks, the one from when was it? Last Thursday, well, last Monday and Thursday. So of last week, that was the Rhinestones, Furs and Feathers book as well. So that's all a book full of ladies who are wearing jewellery, fur coats and feathers. There was as well. I kind of just had to throw the video together, put the warning up, and then just post it. I had to put a little disclosure warning. These images contain clowns. Yeah, we watched the Tim Burton Dumbo movie over the weekend, and that's based in the circus, as you know. And even the circus clowns in that, I had to just look away because I think it's mainly the circus type of clowns that I find very creepy looking. There we go. Now the hat kind of just looks like it's on its own there. Hi, Gary. Just thought I would come back on and do some more of this image since I was enjoying doing it last night. Um, Using the Karen markers. I do find they are very lovely, and I just love the pigmentation that it does pay off. Let me just get some more yellow. Sweet, sweet. No, this isn't working. So what I'm going to do to go over that, I'm going to have to use something that's very opaque. So I'm thinking a gel pen will go over that nicely. So let me just grab those. Get my jelly rolls. Best to leave it to dry first. Hey Shannon. Hi Monique. Do apologise for the short notice, well, the fact that I've given you no notice. I just thought I would jump on and try and get some more of this done since I was really enjoying doing this colouring last night. That Pentel goes quite nice. Let's use that. If I can find it. There it is. A bit of sparkle, why not? A hacksaw razor? What? Eh? Thank you. I was going, what we're talking about here? I don't think you'll have to cut anything on a chopping board as long as it's a plastic chopping board that has a bit of texture. Then I think it'll work just fine. Show me white. Let's outline this with white. Gyro's not working. Hey, Connie. Hey, Christine. I'm struggling with the white. Where is my Pentel? Found it. The Pentel one's quite juicy, so this one is where it tends to go over anything. Hi, Nana. I hope you managed to get packed for your big week away to see your granddaughters and your daughter. The paper. Nice, I'll just use the Posca, see if this works. Oh. Well, have fun, minute, and I'll catch you later. That'd be awesome, Suze. Okay, so I need to do this little moon. How could I show you the little moon? Well, the moon should really just be like a white, shouldn't it? Thanks, Animal. Do like a silvery moon, can't we? Mod salute. So David should be on his way home from work now. So I'll get as much as I can done. Then I'll have to start and get some food done for him. Like a housewife that I am. I haven't got my massage setting on the chair, no. If it was on, all you'd hear was zzz. Yeah, if that massage setting was on the chair, you would hear it. It's not the quietest. Feels nice though. Nana, you being naughty now. Are you on the Baileys already? You having the Baileys? I think we should change Nana's name to Naughty Nana. Yes, we need to change your name to Naughty Nana. Chance would be a wild thing. Hey, Nana. That look a bit better. Just using some of the Prismacolors. So the picture and sound much better now, guys, compared to last night. Because what I've done is I've actually taken out the iMac. I'm going to be selling it because it's an older model, and I'm just going to use a laptop for now until I can save up some money and then get my own computer. That will be suitable. So hopefully this is much better for you guys. Awesome, thanks, Christine. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to what I have until I can get a computer of my own rather than having to borrow David's laptop. Because he tends to use that for work purposes as well, so I don't want a chance having to rely on this one when he may need it when I also need it. Awesome. Well, hopefully it's the same settings now. I would hope so, because I don't want to go back. I'm going to turn this upside down. I'm not really enjoying the harsh outline that I've went over with, so I'm just going to go in with the Jelly Roll pen that's of a similar colour, just to outline. It might take another layer actually. Once this layer of gel pen dries, I might have to go over it again just to cover the black. Because I find sometimes some jelly rolls are a lot more watery consistent than others. As for the hat, that looks pretty cool actually. Bit of a contrast. How did I do the background? Background I used color markers. On last night's video, I used color markers where I watered the background down with, so I wet it, and then I just took color markers and used lilac, violet blue, royal blue, magenta, and then I just pressed down into the water and just spread out, and then just kept layering it. But have a look on last night's video, and then just skip along to the bit where I did the background and you'll be able to see how I did it. It's easier to show you rather than try and explain. So yeah, if you do click back on last night's stream, then you'll be able to see exactly how I did it. Also, I did the bottom part at the beginning of this video, because if you do want to scroll back to the beginning, then you'll be able to see also as well how I did the bottom part. Okay, so I'm really not enjoying that star. I just, it's doing my head in. Just do it, guys. Hello, I'm live streaming. Right, okay. Alright, love you, bye. Hey, Dev. Sorry, just Dave let us know he's on his way home from work. But he's also going to go to the supermarket before he goes home too, so we can get some stuff in for tonight's tea, which other people call dinner. We call it tea in the north. I do not like that gold star. I really do not like it. It's stuck in my head. I don't know what to do with it, guys. I really just don't. Right, I'm going to put the hairdryer on, guys, so it's going to be loud. Just so it dries and then I can go over it or something. White outline is throwing it off. Maybe if I just actually, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. I have a light bulb in my head. I will fix it eventually. Where is that gold? Is it gold? Blue. Blue. It was actually the last colour I picked. Yeah, my phone whistles. I can sort of. It's very weak. Sort of. I can't do a whistle where you put your when people put their fingers in the mouth and the whistle that way. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, now I'm just going to leave the star. There we go. Leave the star. Leave it alone. Let's leave it. Now, Dragon. So with the Dragon. They're going to be like grey cobbles, aren't they? They're probably going to be like grey cobbles. So Dragon. The dragon can either be green, it could be. Yeah, I do agree actually better with Shelley before. I think green would be better, like a teal bluish green for a dragon, because it'll complement the colours but still contrast. No problem, Suze. Thank you so much for popping in. I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping in, hon. Have a good day. Let's just wipe this down. So easy to clean. What colours do we have? We have turquoise. Lush green. Ocean green. And then grass. Might want to put some of this cyan blue in the mix as well. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like people crack the knuckles and stuff. David does constantly picking at his skin and it clicks as well. I'm just like, oh, stop it. Well, I suppose our spouses always have something about them that always annoys us. Now, I'm still learning when it comes to dragons. I'm not really great at colouring them. So I am still learning. I do know I'm using the wrong brush. I'm just going to go in with different greens at various points and scales and just hope for the best. I've never ever smoked in my life. That's one thing I've never tried. I don't plan to. It's not for me. It's an expense that I could do without. I know we have some smokers here, and I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's disgusting, but I'm not going to dictate to anyone. Everyone makes their own choices. But I'm just saying it's an expense that I will. I would not. I'd rather not have. Um, so yeah, and I think what put me one of the reasons why I don't do it is because I think because my mum, my dad, and my sister were all smokers. I grew up with problems with asthma, and I just didn't enjoy it. Whenever I was around smoke, I would be struggling to breathe because of my asthma. So that just kind of like deterred me from even wanting to try it. Enjoy dinner, Connie. Take care, hon. Saying that, obviously, I have my other vices. I have coffee. I love coffee. Um, I do drink alcohol now and then. I don't really drink alcohol during the week, um, but I tend to have a drink with Dave on the weekend. Um, so I have those. And one of my downfalls, probably the same as Gary, is probably biscuits. Whenever you make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, you've got the biscuit jar right next to the kettle, and I tend to find that every time I make a tea or coffee, I've got to have a biscuit, which some of you guys will call cookies, and it's just terrible. Not good. Plus, I think as well when I was a kid, I was like the sensible kid. I was never really in trouble. I never really did anything that was naughty. My sister was the naughty one. She was the rebel, and I was pretty much the saint. Probably as a result, I did get bullied at school for that when I was younger. Um, so that kind of comes with probably the reason why I was probably just as a kid and as a teenager, I was too goody two shoes. Welcome back, Rochelle. Naughty Nana. But Dev, you've been Sean Abled, haven't you, today? You've been Sean Abled, as Nana calls it. Saying Sean. My Christian name actually is John. Because Sean is the Irish form of John. It comes from Saint John. It's not looking too bad. It looks a bit more like a gremlin, like the gremlin. Do you remember the gremlin puppets in late 80s, early 90s? They're like the rubber hand puppets, and they're called gremlins. Which reminds me of those. We had them. They were rather creepy. Oh, Gizmo from the Gremlins. My first cat was called Gizmo, and he was black and white, and he was fluffy. He was gorgeous. But he actually ended up moving to Australia because when we moved, he came back to the previous house, and the next door neighbours were originally um, from Australia, and he kept going back to theirs, and they asked because he kept coming back if they could keep him, so we let them because he just wouldn't stay where we moved, and he ended up moving back to Australia and took him with him. Um, can you tell me why St. John seems to be pronounced phonetically as St. John? I don't know. I really don't know. John was always a common name, um, going back from like the very, very olden days to. Um, I think it was just one of those names that were just like it was once popular, and then it just became a common name to the point where if you didn't know what to call a boy, you just call him John. I don't know. It was just. But I think now you don't get many Johns. Timothy's not that bad. You just call it shorten it Tim. just think John was always a common name. It was just like the name John Smith. It was just like the most common name you can think of. And now it's the point where people say, "What's your name, John Smith?" And people go, "Ah, that's not your name. That's not your real name." Um, well, the name Sean is originated from, well, the way that I spell it is originated from Ireland. SH spelling is originated from Scotland. Um, my previous surname, which is McIntosh, but it's MCIN, that's a Irish spelling, but MAC or MACK, that is Scottish. But when I looked at my family history, I do have ancestors that originated from Scotland. So somewhere I've got Scottish and Irish in heritage. I also look back as well. We have family that originated in York as well. So I've not actually always been where I am in regards to ancestry. That sounds like an actor's name, Timothy Richard. That's funny, Christine. Well, I actually have my own tartan. My tartan pattern. There's a Macintosh tartan pattern. I actually have a wool scarf with it on, which I wear in the winter. And we do go to Edinburgh quite often up towards Christmas time. 'Cause it's all nice. It's freezing, but it's very nice when it's all lit up. It's not that far from here. It's about on a train, about an hour and a half. To drive, depending on where you're going in Scotland, it's between 2 to 3 hours. I think as well. I think most countries have an origination from the UK, because if you think about it, a lot of the English speaking countries originated from England in the olden days. So before America was found and conquered, um, it was the English that took that, English and Scottish, and then formed America. Same with Australia, but Australia is different because that's where they sent criminals away to, I think, and their families, or people who can't remember the full story, but I think it was like people who broke the law or had to pay some sort of fine, whatever. There's some sort of punishment involved, and they got sent with their family to Australia, and that's how Australia began. I don't know about Canada. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not accurate. Oh, it is. It's a nice train ride to Scotland. You can see a lot of greenery. Livingston. That's a very English name. I went to school with somebody with that surname. This is rather big dragon, actually. Even though it's like condensed, it's quite the size. Wow, that's amazing there, Shannon. I've watched Outlander as well, and that touches on um, you know, the finding of America, and um, that's really interesting. Quite a lot of Scottish people went over to America, and Irish. Oh, and in Canada as well. No problem, Christine. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon anyway, because I need to get on with dinner. Um, as I'm hungry, and I know David will be starving. He's been at work all day, and he doesn't really get a chance to eat properly when he's at work. Oh, interesting. Well, back in the very old days, where I am, it used to be part of Scotland actually. The northeast of England used to be well, where I am anyway, part of it was part of Scotland. The border was a lot closer than it is now. Um, but then Hadrian's Wall was built and it changed the border. So if that hadn't have changed, then I'd probably be Scottish. I would too as well. No, we'll go together. We'll get that train that goes through America to Canada. Yeah, actually, I read lately as well. Canada has been voted the most happiest place to live. So I don't know if you agree with that, Shelley, with the vote that Canada is supposed to be the happiest country to live in. Yeah, I would say so. And I think what I was saying it was due to the politics is that Canada is the happiest in regards to politics and um, quality of life and living. And plus, you can't deny, Shelley, your prime minister is not something to blink at, really, is he? He's kind of easy on the eye, isn't he? And there's a picture of him when he's making a statement, and he seems to be um, putting more pressure on one leg, and he's wearing tight trousers, and he's got a very nice bottom. Thanks, Nana. I talk about the Canadian Prime Minister. Well, it's funny you should say that, Shelley, because the current Prime Minister, he used to be a model. If you Google these images, he's got all the images back in the 90s when he used to be a model. And I think that's quite a flip in career, isn't it? Going from to swimwear model to Prime Minister. Oh, Shannon, don't get me started on your Liga. Oh, with it. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Do you know what it is? I find very strange, Shannon, is that every American I speak to say that they're not a fan of Donald Trump, and they never were. Now, if that's the case, how did he actually manage to win votes if he's not that liked? Russian interference. So yeah, I just thought that was very strange. I just think the way that he acts and goes on, it's like a child spitting his dummy out. And the way that he seems to treat his wife is not very nice either. It comes across that she doesn't get any respect from him. And they always seem very distant when they are together on TV, which is not really the image you want to kind of paint when you are, the leader of the country. We've started something now, guys. Right, okay, let's just do some. So, Sean, this is kind of what I did ish. With regards to the sky, I just added the water first, and then I would dab the marker in. And now I'm just going to pick some of the pigment up. Going to etch the shells in with the marker. And now we'll take some of the turquoise. Did I add Posca? Posca where? I add pasta. The Posca into the background, the white part, yeah. Um, it's very difficult to see what's what. Thanks, Shelley. Right, I don't know what this part is. I'm guessing it's part of the castle. I don't know. That has to be part of him. So that's kind of made the base layer of the dragon. So when that dries, we'll go over it again, just build on it like I did with the guy here on his hat. Um, so that is part of the dragon done. And then the background is just going to be grey, pretty much going to be grey colours. I might have some reflection from the sky and this, some purples. Um, I'll probably just finish the rest of this offline now, off stream, and then I'll just post the result on Instagram and on Facebook for you guys so you can see the finished result. But yeah, that was just a 2 hour video just to throw another one in for you guys and get a bit more done in. David's home now, so I'm going to make dinner. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening, guys. And if you do want to take part and try the image yourself, it is available only until Thursday. Here is the link for that image. Enjoy and thank you so much for your thumbs up, your subscribes, and for joining me. So I'm going to wish you all farewell, guys. Have a lovely evening and take care. Bye all.